Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Calvin Lim Investing, and today we're just gonna go through the snowflake analysis that I did a couple of days ago, and sort of just doing a quick recap of what's happened to snowflake, why it ran, and sort of the ins and outs of how you can use the strategy that I used to find snowflake for other trades in the future. So with that being said, just a couple of housekeeping things to get out of the way. Number one, I'm not an advisor or an expert, so please speak with one and always do your own due diligence before you begin to invest. Next of all, there is a Discord link, invitation link in the description below. Feel free to join my super cool community that I have with a group of friends. Everyone is welcomed. Traders of all knowledge are welcomed, and it's definitely a very cool place to be. Finally, if you're watching this video, I assume, or I would like to assume, that you enjoy some of the content. So if you want to show me a little bit of support, smash the subscribe and like button. I definitely really appreciate it, and I hope that maybe we can chat in the future. And I definitely really appreciate each one of my subscribers and any comments that they bring. So with that being said, let's jump right in to snowflake. So before we go through the analysis and technical analysis of how that snowflake potential position turned out, let's just go over a quick couple things. Snowflake is a very important data company. It does a lot of cloud computing as well as data warehousing, and providing the middleware that connects data visualization with data warehouses. Snowflake is one of the bigger companies in the space, and it's one of the go-to softwares for a lot of companies when they're trying to integrate a dashboard or some sort of business intelligence tool with their data. Alright, so with that being said, let's jump right into snowflake. So last week I drew a couple of lines. I drew this massive this massive support line at 234. As you can see, it bounced off this line once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. It was a really area of strong support. And then the 250 range was going to be a pretty strong level of resistance. It tried to break above this a couple of times. You can see that it hit 255 here and has struggled to really break above this 253 mark the last couple of times that it has made that attempt. So with that being a strong level of resistance, what I found was that a clear break above resistance was going to be a confirmation of entry for me. A clear bounce or a clear hold support was also going to be another clear indication of entry for me. And when I say entry, I was going to buy calls. I do like to play puts occasionally, but for the most part, most of my positions are usually going to be either the call side, or I will be writing cash secured puts or cash covered calls. So that once this broke above this 253, I waited for confirmation. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. I waited here, so it broke above to about 257, and I waited for this retest, the next other 15-minute, and this is around the time that I really I saw this first break, and then I saw it dip below, and I waited for this second candle as my indication to enter. At the time, I could have probably found a better entry, but when I trade, I do look at the 5-minute chart instead of the 15-minute, but most of my analysis is done on 15. Just a weird habit. I like to look at the 5-minute, but I entered around here. I bought the $255 call option for July 23rd, and I will be holding it hopefully for a couple more days, as I do believe snowflake is ready to lock and load and really fill this larger gap that I have at 279. It's $10 away, so there's a good chance that I think I could fill that gap, and that's when I will begin to take profit and then maybe roll into another position for this larger potential gap fill. So With that being said, my snowflake option was for the 255 strike, is currently over 100%. I bought it around $9, and if you look, let's see, if we look at snowflake options with Yahoo Finance, let's see, let's look at the exact one that I bought. It's going to be this 255 strike. Where'd it go? Right here. You can see that it's at $18.60 on Friday. It went from $6.60 to all the way to a high of $20. I missed out on buying at the very bottom because I wait for confirmation. So one of the things that I definitely recommend is when you do plan on entering a position, make sure, and you're trying to play a breakout. Okay, this is very important for only trying to play a specific breakout or breakdown. You really want to be patient and wait for confirmation of entry. If it is a failed breakout, you're going to end up losing money. So you might miss a little bit of profit if you enter a little late, but it is going to improve your chances if you do play the breakout confirmation, not just the first candle of a potential breakout. There's occasionally fake outs or false breakouts, so just be sure to really wait for that confirmation before you do enter. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I hope you really got a chance to play Snowflake, or will be playing Snowflake in the near future. If you tune into some of my videos, I definitely have a lot of good potential trade ideas out there, and if you decide to take one of them, let me know how it goes. I'm interested to see or hear how things go, and feel free to always leave me a couple of comments in the section below.